and that experience is invaluable, especially against a good football team. So we need to do better, obviously, but that opportunity again is something that's special. So with that, time's yours. Yeah, I'm gonna meet with the team tonight, and I'm gonna tell them what it looks like, and then I'll come to you guys and let you know.
Did you get what you wanted? I mean, in this game, you get to play a lot of guys. I guess specifically DJ.
Yeah, no, I saw it was good for him to get the reps in there, and that's a plus. Yeah, for sure. We'll just see. I've got to go back and look at all of it and evaluate it. Right now, it's too early to tell you.
Your thoughts on how Carson Wentz played?
Yeah, listen, he did some good things, and then he had some things he probably want back. A couple of throws, but he did all right. Yeah, it looked like he was efficient and really ran the offense well. He's a good player.
Kingsley played a lot of guard, obviously, today. Is that where his future is, you think?
Well, we'll see. I'll look at it and see how he did, and nothing jumped out at me that said negative on it. So, but I've got to look at the tape, and I'll get with Coach Heck on that. It was good to get him in there, though. He's one of the guys who was good to get the.
Yeah, obviously not good enough. We didn't play great as a team. I didn't play my best either, but yeah, I mean, you'll move on from this one pretty quick. It was fun to get out there, fun to give myself a lot of guys a chance to just go out there and compete. But obviously, they were the better team today.
A couple times you looked like you were frustrated yourself. You just know the guy. Is that just a function of not playing for a long time?
Hard to say. I don't like to, make an excuse about anything. I missed some throws, did some things, want some plays back. I think we all do in some capacity, but yeah, I got to play better. And it was unfortunate we didn't sustain a couple drives early, and all of a sudden we were in the second half. So it was just a weird flow of the game, all those things. But yeah, I got to be better.
If you have to play in the playoffs, if you're leading in the playoffs, you feel like you'll be better off with this experience today?
I'll for sure be ready. Whatever capacity is needed, I'll for sure be ready. And that's the blessing of this week for myself, for a lot of guys. Obviously the result was not good, but at the end of the day, we got guys out there, some reps that could come in valuable down the stretch here if needed. Yeah. I don't fully know the schedule yet, to be honest. I'm excited to find that out. I know we can't leave town yet tonight, unfortunately. Blizzards all across the Midwest, but I think we'll get a little time to rest and recover and all that stuff. But I know we'll kind of get geared up for next week and try and do something special. As a team. Today obviously was not great, but we know what's ahead of us as a team. Pat, everybody, all the starters, they know what's ahead of us and where we're trying to go and what we're capable of doing. So mindset is on that.
How frustrating is the travel situation?
It's part of Mother Nature. You can't control those things. I had a feeling this could happen. It's just it kind of is what it is, especially when you live in the Midwest. Thank you, guys.
Hey there, Chiefs Kingdom. Let's talk about that last game of the season against the Broncos. I know, 38-0 isn't exactly the scoreline we want to remember, but let's keep it real, it didn't matter much for us. The Chiefs were locked into the number 1 seed already, so the goal was simple: keep everyone healthy and give Carson Wentz some live reps. What did you think of the strategy? Would you have preferred a more aggressive approach? Or do you agree that playing it safe was the right move? Let me know in the comments. And while the score wasn't pretty, it's important to remember this: we've got bigger fish to fry in the playoffs. So, brush this one off, because the real action is just around the corner. Speaking of that, how about we dive into what the AFC playoff picture looks like? Alright, Chiefs fan, let's take a closer look at the final AFC playoff standings. Spoiler alert, we're sitting pretty at the top with a 15-2 record. That's right, the road to the Super Bowl in the AFC runs through Kansas City. Unfortunately for Bengals and Dolphins fans, their seasons ended here, with Cincinnati at 9-8 and Miami at 8-9. Here's a fun question for you. Which of these playoff teams do you think is the biggest threat to the Chiefs? Is it Josh Allen and the Bills, Lamar Jackson's Ravens, or maybe even a division rival like the Chargers? Drop your answer below. Now that the standings are set, it's time to dive into the wildcard matchups. Who plays who, and what does it mean for the Chiefs? Let's break it down. So, here's where it gets interesting wildcard weekend. The matchups are locked in, and while we get to kick back and enjoy the show from the comfort of Arrowhead, there's plenty to talk about. Here's the lineup. Buffalo Bills versus Denver Broncos 7, Baltimore Ravens 3 versus Pittsburgh Steelers 6, Houston Texans 4 versus Los Angeles Chargers 5 as the top seed. The Chiefs get a well-earned first-round bye. But don't think for a second that means we're taking it easy. The NFL's reseeding format ensures that the highest seed always faces the lowest-ranked wildcard winner in the divisional round. So, who do you think will face Denver, Houston, or maybe the Chargers? Cast your vote in the comments below. Remember, the Chiefs have been here before. In fact, back in 2020, we came off a similar bye week and handled business against the Browns before marching to the Super Bowl. History shows this team knows how to stay sharp. Up next, let's talk about how we're preparing for this playoff run and the lessons we've learned from the past. Alright, Chiefs fan, let's take a trip down memory lane for a second. Remember 2020? We had a first round by then, too, and some folks doubted whether we could keep the momentum after 3 weeks off. What happened? We came out swinging, beat the Browns in the divisional round, and ended up in the Super Bowl. Fast forward to now, and it's the same story, only this time we're stronger. We found our rhythm with dominant wins over Houston and Pittsburgh late in the season. And let's be honest, Coach Reid knows how to prepare a team for this stage. Here's a question for you. What's your confidence level for this playoff run? Are you feeling 100%, or do you have any concerns? Let's talk about it in the comments. Coming up next, let's look at the road ahead and what it'll take to make history. This is it. Chiefs Kingdom. The path to the Super Bowl is clear, but it won't be easy. Hosting the 6th AFC Championship in 7 years is within reach, and one more victory at Arrowhead could send us back to the big stage. Who do you think will give us the toughest fight? And what's your prediction for the final score when we take the field in the divisional round? Let's hear it in the comments. Stick around, because this journey is just beginning. The Chiefs are ready, are you? Let's make history together.